All right, race 7. Blackwood's Galmet, handicap, benchmark 80. I do think that's his race. That is his race. That's his race.
I think they'll go too quick for him. I think it'll seem like a mile and he'll get found out. He'll peak on his run at the 100.
Yeah, we'll make you back thumbtacks to beat him.
I will be, don't worry.
Good.
I won't be back in Galar, I'll tell you that.
No, that's all right. I know I look like the Galar at the end of it. All right. I just had to throw that in. It was just easy.
That's such a terrible joke.
I know. Madam Nash, $13. Secessio, $13. River of Salvation, 8. Leviosa, $7.50. Dancers on Stars, $3.80. 11 Gaze in Aura, Pona Princess, $12. Fireball, $10. $8.50 Ricky Royale.
I hate this race and I refuse to tip in it.
Do you? I think this is the other good thing, Dances with Stars. His 3 runs have been excellent.
It's the only one I could have, but I just don't.
Well, I'll just make the case. You're right. Look, I think his 3 runs this time in have been with maybe the exclusion of the one in the middle. Yeah. But first up, beaten 2.3 behind Famous Seamus, Too Many Reds, Zaratone in the Lightning. Then went to Flemington. First go the Victorian way. He disappointed, but he didn't have the best of luck. He missed a couple of runs in the straight. He was second up, so you forgive him that. They then went to Sandown. And he's finished within 3.3 set weights of Tatra and Luna Rise in the Sandown Guineas.
Yep.
You look at this race, perhaps with the exception of Secessio, they're just off-season handicappers. They're nothing flash, this lot. He's got a decent weight. He's got a good draw. 13.50 is perfect on his home track. I think he'd be very hard to beat.
Yep.
I think he'll be very hard to beat. Happy with that?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
All right.
More than happy.
Race 8. Race 8. Here we go. Zaratone, $8.50. 9 Welcome Gold. Irish Dream, $8. $5 Riva Delago. 7 Pantasia. $4.20 Anave. $6.50 number 1 Gun.
I think Anave's under the odds. She was a classy filly, classy 2-year-old. They've done a good job to get her back to races, and she won well first up. But this is a much harder race than that.
Definitely.
Much harder race. Mate, I've set on 2 horses here. I tipped that Riva Delago, I think it was last week. A little bit worried about why it was off. I don't know if when you spoke to Chris, you spoke to him about that, why it got scratched.
I just wanted to wait another week.
Yeah, okay.
Said everything was fine.
Yeah, look, it's a good horse. It's got the class to win this. I'm a bit worried that they might go a bit too quick for it.
I think that's a key factor here is Zaratone. He just takes horses out of his comfort zone, out of their comfort zones.
Well, that's what I've got, and I've actually tipped Zaratone on top. He's track and distance form on a bone dry track over 1,100 metres at Rose Hill. He's almost faultless. Pretty much the only times he gets beaten around this route is on wet tracks, and he's put in runs against very good horses. I wouldn't worry about his last start either, where he was beaten about 10 lengths down the straight at Flemington. Plenty of horses do that their first crack there. If you go back 2 starts back, he was beaten at listed level by Famous Seamus. And I think he's the right horse. Taylor Lovelock, Wiggins booted home a winner there yesterday at Warwick Farm.
If this kid's head's right,
he's good.
He is top shelf. He can ride this boy. And claiming 2 kilos. Claiming 2 kilos gets him in with 58.5. He's pitchforked in because he's got a jockey on his back who's got the ability of a senior rider who gets 2 off.
Yeah, and look, and the thing is that I won't say he's an easy horse to ride, but he's not that hard because you just got to let him.
Well, you just got to let him do his thing. You know, you don't want to.
Could be a little bit of an issue, but
Pantasia won't like sight Zaratone. I remember we had this conversation about Zaratone another day. You wanted to tell me something was going to leave
I'm just saying because she's going to come across from barrier 12. I just want to know.
You'll already be in front of her, mate. She'll be behind him.
But what she has done before when they go quick, and if you look at the early sections, is she'll go at about the 650.
Yeah.
Because he tends to sort of just truck into the straight and then go. So I think you're right though. I think he'll just lead it and that'll be it. And I don't think they'll catch him. If you look at his times, he's run 103 almost 103 flat around here at 1100. That should beat this lot.
Don't know if he's going as good as what he was back then, but I can see he's a genuine chance. The point you made, you mentioned it and you touched on it, that to me takes horses like Riva Delago out of this race. The fact that they will be out of their comfort zone, they're going to have to be chasing a long way out. First up, not for me. I wouldn't write Anave off. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be backing her, but I want to have another real good look at her. She beat nothing first up. Okay, when I say she beat nothing first up, I'm talking about a race like this. I'm looking at a race like this, but she fair dinkum thumped them. She's proven as a 2-year-old she was a high quality filly. She got beaten that by One Last Dance, who was going to be favourite in the Blue Diamond. She did no good in the Blue Diamond, but she won the Talent, and she also ran second to Satin Shoes. So she raced against the best juveniles around, basically, or some of the best juveniles around. And a horse like Satin Shoes, she's no superstar, but she's gone on and proved herself in open company plenty of times. Good break, comes back off a long spell and just fair dinkum bolts in. Drops from, what'd she carry that night? She ended up carrying 54.5 after the claim, but she drops down to, 51 here. So she's just going to sit in behind them with no weight. It wouldn't surprise me to see her make this quantum leap in class, because she is obviously a high-class horse herself. Outside of that, who wants us? Gendy, Swate? Swate Pete. Yeah, not much else for me in the race, to be honest, but...
I'll tell you, I'm going to give a place chance to it, massive odds, My Vegas. He's another horse, his Rose Hill 1100 metre form is quite good.
Good on you.
Chuck him in your multis.
Beautiful.
Best?
Galah.
All right, I'm going to go Thumbtacks, just to go head to head for the shot and giggle.
But it's hardly a challenge.
Well, what
was your best last week?
Ain't she grand? Got beaten by the race net horse.
God bless it.
Nick had a fair bit of money.
What did I tip in that race? You put me down as tipping Chris Lee's horse. I thought I tipped the race net horse.
I think you did. Who'd you have?
You steered the punters up the garden path there.
I can't remember because the bloody videos didn't work.
Yeah, positive you put down that I tipped Nupsy.
Yeah, I thought you did tip Nupsy, didn't you?
I didn't think I did.
I mentioned Lady to Grey and said she's got the class to win it.
Yeah, I just can't remember what I tipped. I just didn't recall tipping Nupsy, but I might be wrong.
We can find out.
Anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah. What was my best?
Your best was...
Circle of Power!
Yeah.
Circle of Power at $21. God bless him. Yeah, I had a lousy 25 each way.
Really?
Yeah. Still give him a cheer.
Thumbtacks and Titbit for me.
Galah for me.
Beautiful.
And I will be having something on Dance with Stars.
Okay.
All right.
Dances with or on?
Dances on. Dances with. I don't know. What was it?
I don't know.
Dances on Stars. So they call them to the similar names, Dance on Ways, and confusing.
They do it just to make our show a bit more difficult.
All right. Anything else? Well, I hope to be back next week.
Yes. I'll be back next week.
Yes.
You'll be back next week, won't you?
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
48 hours on an old man's football trip.
Now, when you're away in January, we might have some special guests lined up.
Who?
I just until they're locked in, I won't be doing it. There'll be a certain member upstairs, hopefully, and a couple of others. But there's a couple of just trying to fill the gaps.
Okay.
No one can replace you, of course.
Oh, bull crap! What a load of...
jockey on here. Are they allowed to tip? They're not, are they?
No.
Jockey, no.
You can get Darren Beeman on you.
Yeah, the Dazzler.
Get the Dazzler on. He hasn't got much to do. Well, he goes for a walk and Gay says, "Come into the stables, Darren, and sweep a few boxes for me."
And he goes like that, and then he goes in, and Ray Murray, he nearly... Did he tell you that?
Oh, I know very much about that. Yes. All right. That's it.
That's it, I think, yeah.
Good stuff. All right, we'll be back next week. And it's only 2 weeks till the Christmas show.
Yeah, don't talk about the Christmas show.
Hey, bit of Top Gun.
What was it? Naked Gun.
Naked Gun.
We're going to take the mics off this year when we, I don't know how we're going to do it.
Yeah, anyway.
Put a couple of things in place.
All right. Good luck. Back plenty of winners. See ya.